Hello, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the program Talk to the Camera with me, Isatu Smile Sesay. Today, the camera, they can talk to the chairman and leader for the Unity and Reconciliation Party. As they can talk about the importance of the January month, when are the month of the peace and reconciliation, Nasalon. Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and that you be.
Good morning, Smile. My name is Jonathan Sandy. I'm the chairman and leader for the National Unity and Reconciliation Party. We all man can call the Cut Across Movement.
Okay, and also we know say we the inside the month of national reconciliation. We go on for make you tell viewers waiting this particular month, or we go say they mean to Salon.
Yes, Fambule on Akusha again. As I say, this month, January, especially the 18th and beyond, na the day way the war be done at Salon, the day way Tijankaba, late President Tijankaba, be go announce the war na Salon done. That's na January 18, 2002. From that time day to now, now almost 22 years. Therefore, every year, the TRC report, the Truth and Reconciliation report, when I be part of the Lome Accord, they may recommend, say, every year, January 18, we for they celebrate, or the month of January, we for consider as a day, as a month of national reconciliation, particularly for celebrate January 18 as a day where all Sierra Leone, whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you're a Mende, you're a Timini, or in every corner, before they commemorate that day as a day of national reconciliation. And therefore, as you know, the National Unity and Reconciliation Party, we don't start from since 2018 where they register we they promote and celebrate, particularly with the war victims, the National Reconciliation Day and the month of January as a month of national reconciliation and enhancing the unity among with 18 tribes and 17 political parties.
So what are some of them agreements there so we be there doing the signing of the peace accord?
Yes, as you know, some people we go get for tell the story back, because if you not tell the story also come on and also how they go, sometimes it will be very difficult for we get a part, especially when we want to consolidate with democracy for the economic prosperity of the country. Now, Fambule, when I know say we get 11-year-old war, and during that war, we can lose 50,000 or more people that were then died and killed them, and then Boku Uman, young girls, then and we rape them. Then we get what we call sexually abused people. Then also we can get amputees them. From that time, when in 1999, finally the Lome Peace Agreement became, where all the parties then to the conflict, whether it be Johnny Paul or Fode Sanko and Tijankaba, then go sign that document we will call the Lome Accord, now form the basis of the peace agreement na Salon. You know, before that, as we know, we get two other peace processes or accord them, whether or not the Abidjan Accord and then we peace agreement where instead end up north of the old water bed, and then from there we see the Conakry peace plan where as a result of the 1997 AFAX military coup. But then they have no old water. But we take God thank you, the Lome Accord be able to forgive the Lome Accord be able to forgive the basis for Louis negotiation. Inside that Lome Accord, a lot of provision and be there for what we need for do for resolve the conflict. Remember, so we do DDR, that's disarmament. They will also reform the security and the police, the military, then even the civil service. Then they want to be refugee, they will bring them come home, then make them establish the Triple National Commission for Resettlement and Reconstruction. They will get where then they call NAXA now. All the arrangement and they will be doing. But the particular one now where Tijankaba in regime be before they left the exit in 2007, we will be doing the establishment of a Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the Special Court. That Truth and Reconciliation Commission will also be negotiated for how to deal with impunity, and then one the way the violations the way that may not happen, especially against the victims of the war. Now make the Lome Accord make that provision there, say, over establish a TRC. Now, when the TRC Commission, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission was established, a main mandate Smile now for be and fumble and now for be investigate and make sure that we document all the things the way they make we go into war, what to call the drivers and triggers of war, the root causes of the war, and then it make recommendation. People they also go, they do, they confess. Everybody now be healing period where everybody, most people, especially perpetrators, they may call them for go confess and make this. So at the end of the day, where they make that report there, they make recommendations. Then recommendation, the number 8 one, then they say, okay, well, this were all done, but for we always they remind ourselves, say, we in our country, we don't go to war, and that we go say never again to war. Let we adopt January 18 or January as the month of national reconciliation. We don't take reconciliation. Now the day where we all for come together as a people, as a nation, for make sure say we reflect on the war we don't go to, and then we say never again. And I make we be the adopter, as you know, with National Unity and Reconciliation Party, it based on that political ideology. They say how for promote the implementation of the recommendation of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. This year, what we will decide for do, as you know, we say, based on all waiting they go on at the country now we design, say, the team will they celebrate throughout this year, now that we, the citizens, and then whether you're a soldier, for come together, for make sure, see, we build the kind of salary we want. And so therefore now they try for promote, because say as much as after that Lome Accord Day, we don't do a lot of achievements politically, but the economy and other things then stronger for deal it. So now that make the Lome Agreement very important, because by the time that Lome Agreement became, we even began for suspend the 1991 Constitution, and therefore we get a roadmap where we begin for implement the Lome Accord very well. But the TRC report or the commission itself, it be originate from the basis of the Lome Accord.
So looking at the political trend right now in the country, and I believe, say, according to what you be talk about the space accord, one to be make them be sign now for say Salon able for enjoy peace in the country. Now looking at the way how the political trend they go in the country, you think they get any way I get for affect the democracy in a Salon?
Yeah, Smile, I don't say this, even the term in the campaign again. I said this last June, in fact, on my birthday, when we they go vote back. They want say, yes, we don't make progress. In fact, the interesting thing is we don't get multi-party elections. There are almost 5 now. Where they should say, yes, Salon people, they don't accept democracy as the alternative to military rule or what they call constitutional change of government. Up to last year, June and beyond, the only term where we may not get military coup attempt na 1997. So from 1997, May 25, to May 25 last year, almost 26 to 27 years, we may not see military coup ever since that the history of Salon. So that one will be plus to the soldier them, to the citizens and the civilians them. Now, so elections, political parties, then the way we don't go through elections, we're very happy that we don't make progress on that side. But as they go on, the question what they ask is when it comes to economic transformation, waiting the cost of living, the economic hardship, we still the battle with that. And above all, some of the lessons they would begin to identify out of the implementation of the peace agreement and consolidating with democracy. Now, this new trend of what they call divisiveness or polarization, what they call Mendelian versus thin line politics, and therefore, in order able for bring we can together, but the hope and praise as we move along the line, tribal and regional politics will be something of the past.
So, like when you talk about tribal and regional politics, so what do you think they need to be done as Salon for make we go restore peace, the economy, and also the tribal and regional politics?
Yes, you remember the tell way we put out strategic, what do they call the JPJ Big Six agenda. We made them very clear in our campaign, say the priorities them we will need for focus on as we advance for consolidate with democracy. Now one. The first one, now how for enhance political cooperation. Cooperation means we get 18 tribes in this country, they will get 17 political parties. We want for see, then 18 tribes they are then for work together, and then the 17 political parties. And the only thing we get for do for law make sure see the 18 tribes and 17 political parties, they enhance political cooperation among themselves. The first thing we may say is now follow review with national constitution, and then we complete our Senate into referendum. The constitution itself must be an instrument where it inspires Sierra Leoneans. But it don't take from the Leone Accord now where the parties to the conflict be agree, say the first thing we for do, where we come up and now follow review the 1991 going to be called a mega and one-party state. Now it gives so much power, the executive authority, supreme executive authority to one person, and the president, for appoint many cabinet, for even the independence of the judiciary on that. So we don't find out, even the military and the soldier, the security and defense sector, we don't see all kinds of things that happen there now. At the end of the day, we need to go back and make sure, say, we review with national constitution and make sure we put it into referendum so that it go inspire Sierra Leoneans. What me believe says Sierra Leoneans need, we need the kind of inspiration, leadership that we're going to make sure we come together as one people under one common national agenda. But at the moment, we not it together. We don't see, say, Smile, we all know, say, after the election last year, we still get a very divisive society. We're not able to accept generally, say, the election was free, fair, and that. Then before the elections, if we even made it won, most of the jobs then, how they do, whether we focus on regional and tribal balance, must be something very important for do. Therefore, if we say the route, the path to consolidating or dealing with political diversity and the tribal and regional balance, we go back to the supreme rule of law instrument. Let's make sure, say, even at the preamble, the first page of the constitution will make and they clearly say the principle for this constitution, how they implement her as Sierra Leoneans now for ensure that even we own ministries, the department and agencies, where they recruit people, then they will be sensitive to regional and tribal balance. Where you take 5 na the north, you take 5 na the east, you take 5 na the south and western area. So I believe say their roots then they go be the most important route for deal with when it comes to enhancing political cooperation, for work together, ensure secure what we call national unity and reconciliation among Mende people, Creole people, Limba, Soso, Kranko, on all the tribes then, including the Fulas and every tribe. Now that we need for do, so that we forget the fundamental principle then say, inside our constitution we agree say, if you want for do this, we get for make sure say we're sensitive to regional and tribal balance in every selection and recruitment, particularly now with ministries and departments them. Like everybody can say, we need strong institutions, not to strong politicians. So I believe say the route for do that now for go back to the supreme rule of law and define down clearly how we for recruit people them, whether into the civil service or the public sector or the soldier and the military, even in terms of what do they call promotion. Now the defense and security sector must be based on regional and tribal sensitive analysis and support.
Okay, so like this particular month where we did on so when that's January, we get for deal with the peace and reconciliation month. So are you think this alone need for they commemorate this month for the people go know much about waiting be happen this particular month here so?
I be don't talk many times that the 4th to 50th year that they celebrate her now. I want to take this opportunity for thank the National Amputee Association, where they are primarily not the war victims them. All these 4 years, so we ask yourself the question, yes, we don't do elections, we don't develop our economy, we don't do, but the hate pan the case is, they were where them be cut their hand, where them chop their hand, then suffer because of this democracy. Even on election, they say, now they go vote for Tijan Kaba with a cotton hand them. They amputees them. They sexually abuse women during the war. The vulnerable youth and students, especially the young girl. Now, for the sake of them, one day they don't die, the 50,000 and more, and then victims of war, we they ask the question, are the victims of the war, are they in a better situation today or worse off? The question is, they were all them chap their hand where they do the rape, and they did a better situation today or then worse off. Most of the analysis that we do, one district, one dialogue across, that will be they celebrate the 20 years of peace after war. Somebody you not go imagine, say, they are worst off. They host them, they shelter, the affordable thing, go na grafting, go na 5-5, go na Kono, go McKinney, go Bo, go Pujon, go Putloko. The amputees, they know they live, or the victims of war, we don't forget them, we don't neglect them. So one of the recommendations where we continue for advocate why we they celebrate this year, every year, we say on the day of national reconciliation, for remind government on every Sierra Leonean that the plight of them people here is very precarious. We not forget them. They are part of the healing of this country. If we forget them, also how they go, then picking they not go forgive we. And research done the show say after many years of war, we're working on end. If we not deal with reconciliation, national unity, or address impunity, especially how do we sustain what they call reparation. Reparation that are the support where government they give, or every international community they give to victims of war. We can include the water where they drink, the host, the shelter outside and the sleep. They are senior citizens. For they give them even free pass, ID card. Any say if they want for gonna poda, they want for sit down at keke, they want for sit down at government boss, like we government boss and they can now. They forget them pass there as then show them pass, then they will for allow them for go free into that. But at the moment, we need to do that as a nation, as a people. So it's important that this day, or this month in particular, January month, remember again, January month, now that 10 days, the rebel really reach now free to get January 6. And most time people then can look at January 6. And then January 18, we really not the day where the TRC recommend say for the sit-down, whether we go church, we go on, and commemorate that day, say that the day we were done at Salon, and therefore that day should be adopted as a day of national reconciliation. Now I make we believe now party say the National Unity and Reconciliation Party, we believe say the month of January very significant to Sierra Leonean for now and into the future. And that means we therefore reflect, we for use one of the recommendations we always on the talk say, January 18, for example, for be a national holiday. It should be adopted as a national holiday where not they will for extreme selling, or not the day will for organize a national dialogue of reflection. We forget a day where they bring civil society, the media, local, the victims of war, bring them come, if not Bintimani, if not Radisson Blue. Any side, let we celebrate this day. Let we learn for celebrate this. Coleman, they say, we want national unity, we want this. And we have been saying this for over 5-10 years now. See, the war done, but the healing not take place yet. We get 43,000 ex-servicemen. They want to be done serving at the soldier. They want to be done serving at the police. They want to be civil defense forces. What you don't do with them? Then pension schemes are not working. So we need for good talk, this hard talk, and say, look, we need January 18 or the month of January as a month of reflection, and we need a dialogue, a national dialogue every time for take stock of USA don't come out and USA they go. In other words, if a country they will not take stock of what he don't do from the territory they were in, and they waiting at the challenges, they will set a roadmap for the future. They will not go before. But from where government, the TRC don't recommend say January 18 should be commemorated as a day of national reconciliation. No government, so sexy government, they don't come. They're not busy about that. Now we are a small party with their amputees, but we not go stop we go continue for amplify with voices, then say, this particular month and January 18, very significant for a day for Louis adopter as a public holiday, or a day where we all go now, one of the public sings them, for make sure say we use a day of reflection, a day of national reconciliation as a day of reflection. We'll go dialogue among ourselves and take stock of year after year, who's our common and who's our they go, so that we'll go able for dialogue and build consensus among it. Then question maybe they ask me about how we go heal the level of divide between tribes and region then. Now through national dialogue. If we adopt the National Reconciliation Day, Smile and me fambulem, I believe say it will create an environment where every Sierra Leonean in a little corner go able, whether home or abroad, go able for reflect on that day, but also facilitate a national dialogue for take stock of year after year, what you may not achieve from January 18 last year to January 18 this year. It will provide that environment they follow we able for deal with it. So in conclusion, as we they move this year, we also they remind people and say, this year we for celebrate this year or commemorate this year in mind as a day of national reconciliation or a year of national reconciliation, because we want follow with citizens, the soldiers, and all of us coming together to ensure that we get the kind salon we want. We consolidate democracy in our salon. But at the moment, we still get challenges for consolidated democracy because of then challenge that we don't talk about. One, we highly divide along tribal and regional politics. Then two, we're not able to build consensus on our electoral system. Three, we're not able to fix the economy together. That is, at the moment, as you know, the level of economic hardship, then the cost of living crisis very high, until we come under a common national agenda with dialogue. For example, January 18 should have been an opportunity for we all gather, the day of national reconciliation, for we go talk about the state of the economy, how we go fix the economy, how we go overcome some of the democratic challenges, whether the justice, the independence of the justice, and then we don't see a lot of things and they go on. I mean, the military coup attempt will take place. It's unfortunate that we get military coup attempt that take place. But we need for examine ourselves why the military coup attempt took place. Waiting at some of the drivers and triggers, the way they happen. That this is the January 18th for don't clearly get we an opportunity where for don't get the day of national reconciliation, where for don't go dialogue together for track the root causes. Why after 26 to 27 years, we can't get military coup attempt again. Waiting they go on. Waiting they go out with national security system. And the last point I have for me as part of reconciliation was how would they make sure we do a strategic review of our national security system so that we go for identify some of the threats to the stability and consolidating our democracy. Like we don't see August 10 protests, we don't also see military coup attempt, but why don't they happen? How we stop them in the spirit of consolidating our democracy and also for enhance what I call national unity and reconciliation for the prosperity of our people and our nation.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Smile, and I want to take this opportunity, Fambul, and for wishing you a very pleasant and prosperous 2024. And I hope and pray that whether you're a civilian, you're a soldier, we all go come together for we unite and celebrate this month, January, as a month of national reconciliation, so that we go put the country back to path of consolidating our democracy for the prosperity of our people. Thank you.
On ourselves don't listen to waiting the chairman and leader for the National Unity and Reconciliation Party. Don't talk about waiting this National and Reconciliation month when a January mean to Sierra Leoneans, and also talk about how Sierra Leoneans for commemorate this day. As he said, a very important month this way we not forget now we country. Mina Isatu Smile Sesay. Until we meet again to another edition of the program Talk to the Camera, I say, tata.